Everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and today we are playing the Eastern Michigan Eagles, where as you can see they are in the very bottom of the MAC West Conference. We're currently on top right now, one game above everybody else in this driver's seat right now, so all we gotta do just continue to take care of business. On top of that, we're very close to being in the top 25. So let's see if we can pull it off, man. See if we can win this game and then see if we can get into the top 25 for the first time in this entire dynasty. It should be a good one, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you happen to be new. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, man. Alright, man, so Eastern Michigan's going to start with this ball, and you know, even over 2-6, we can't take them for granted. These guys are fighting for their bowl eligibility. If they lose today, this game is a set, or not this game, but their season is essentially going to be over. So if they're going to be at least coming out hungry, we got to be ready for it. As we get them in the backfield for a sack, just a host of St. Thomas guys just blowing that play up. Buster Porter able to be credited with the sack. As we got a 3rd and 10 coming for us here. Watson's going to drop back to pass. He's got time to make a sandwich. He's going to throw it in a perfect throw in triple coverage. A gain of 20 plus yards. You hate to see it, but we do get him to another 3rd down though. Maybe we'll get better luck this time around as they go for the screen, and Tanner's gonna be, looks like, barely gonna get in there. I don't know how he managed to get that, but Curtis Tanner did manage to get it. It's gonna be a 1st and 10 for Eastern Michigan. As now we got a 3rd and 6. Maybe first time's a charm and getting a 3rd down stop. I would love to see that. But, oh, we actually do get it. Let's go. Caleb Walker's forced out of bounds. And now they're going to go ahead and try to get this field goal. Get the first points on the board for the Eagles as the kick is up. And it's no good off the front crossbar. As we'll get the ball shortly. But first we'll check on a studio update. Miami of Ohio is having a really good year at 6-2. They have a lead on Bowling Green by the score of 3-0. And then Toledo is also beating Ball State 7-0. They're only 3-5, but they're doing well in conference play. They're right about a game behind us right now. As now we actually do go 3 and out on our first possession. So Eastern Michigan's back out here again with the white vans. As Watson's going to drop back to pass. He has all the time in the world to throw and finds a wide open Logan Smith. The coverage was phenomenal. We just could not get any pressure, and it cost us a huge gain right there. As now the Eagles are driving down this field, or I shouldn't say driving. They are flying down the field. Haha, wink wink nudge nudge. As now 1st and goal. Watson taking a shot from Antoine Black. Another sack for the true freshman, getting his 1st sack of the day. And now it's 2nd and goal. Watson dropping back, gonna throw to Johnson, and it's fumbled away. Jared Odom recovers it. I don't know how did that even happen. Let's see who caused that fumble. Look around, see Jared Odom, you know, making the recovery, and it's Dale Garrison forcing it out. Jared Odom able to make the recovery. And now St. Thomas is back out on the field this time with their offense. So 2 promising drives for the Eagles, both dismantled by miscues, whether it's a missed field goal or, you know, a fumble recovery. As now we move back to our offense. 2nd and 1. Gonna go with the read option here. Johnson's gonna pick up our first down of the day with an 8-yard run thanks to that read option. 1st and 10 now coming up as we'll stick to the ground for now. Go with the halfback counter, who does, you know, bounce it inward shortly after, as Lucas Coley picks up another 5-yard gain on that one. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Tommies. As Johnson dropping back. He's going to find Alex Garcia. He fumbles the ball too, and it's recovered by the Eastern Michigan defense. And just a very sloppy game in general. Just a lot of miscues in this game right now, man. As now we're back with the Eagles on offense. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to go to Tanner, who gets it upfield instantly. Piling on a bunch of Tommies, but is eventually brought down for a gain of 14 on that one. Is now 1st and 10 coming up. Watson's going to drop back. Got some time once again. It's going to jump it off to Johnson. The coverage has been immaculate today, just doing what it needs to do, but we got to get some more pressure on this quarterback, having all day to throw, as now Watson's going to try to throw deep, and it's nearly intercepted. Looks like Joe Henry must have had a foot in bounds, couldn't get 1 foot down. Not even at the collegiate level. That doesn't count as a catch, sadly. And now that means the Eagles stay on the field, and Daryl Jones picks up another first down. Their drive stays alive. And now, 1st and 10. Watson going to throw to the right-hand side. Finds Smith. Logan Smith couldn't get anything going after that, though, as Dale Garrison does bring him down immediately after the catch. As now, 2nd and 4. Watson going to the right-hand side. Could not. Jared Odom could not get there in time. And that is your first point on the board. Touchdown, Eagles. As now it's a 7-0 ball game with St. Thomas back out here on the field for this 1st and 10. Going to hand it off to Lucas Coley, who's got a decent hole. He gets it upfield for a gain of 13. Nice run for the junior running back, transferring in from Western Michigan, I believe. Or actually, it's Eastern Michigan. Coley's actually playing his he's playing his original team for the first time, it seems like. And right now, just putting in work. 2nd and 4 coming up. Going to go to Coley again, making sure they know what they miss. As there's Coley again with another 6-yard run. Another first down, turning into quite the bell cow back. As now, 1st and 10. Coley going to take it up the middle again. He gets brought down across midfield. But that is the end of this first quarter, as your Tommies are down 7-0, but they currently have a drive going. Hopefully you can tie this thing up. So now here we go. 2nd and 2 to start the second quarter, and we try to get to Alex Garcia, but it's incomplete. That pass did end up getting broken up. Is now 3rd and 2. Got to pick up these couple of yards here. Can't play around as Antoine Johnson gets there, and quite a bit more though. Another gain of 10 yards on that one. Is now 1st and 10. Johnson going to do the read option again. Was hoping that Rashad Bird was actually going to be able to lay down a block for us, but I guess that's too much to ask. Only a gain of 5 yards on that one. Is now Johnson going to try to throw short. He does find Isaiah Thomas, though. A gain of 8 yards on that play, and it's a first down. Next play, going to run a little bit of a triple option here, as Kajaye Boyd gets lit up like a Christmas tree, as the Eagles snuffed that play out and just blew it up with an all-out blitz. And now it's 2nd and 14 coming up here. Johnson going to go over the middle to find Rashad Bird, who's nearly in the end zone. Going to be marked down at the 1-yard line, but no need to fear. Lucas Coley gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. And now St. Thomas is on the board for the first time today, thanks to a Lucas Coley touchdown. We're all tied up here at 7 apiece. As now Watson dropping back to pass on the first play. Buster Porter gives this man the business. Another sack on this quarterback. Already 3 sacks today. You love to see it here in this first half, as now they do dump it off to Logan Smith on the next play for a gain of 10 yards on that one. And now we got a 3rd and 8 coming up. What do they come up with here? As Watson is in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right. Watson looking all day to throw, and finds a big enough hole to find Logan Smith for a gain of 15 yards on that one. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As now Watson dropping back. There's a flag on the play, but it might not matter. It's a first down anyways, as we'll find out what the flag is on anyways. And it looks like Buster Porter was offsides, but I mean, they are going to decline a penalty because they got the first anyways, so no need to use it. As Curtis Tanner nearly picks up a first down of his own, just about a few feet shy. And now it's 2nd and inches. Watson dropping back, going to throw to the left-hand side to try to get to Hayward, but it's dropped for an incompletion. Kevin Carter was there on the coverage and nearly dove on the tip ball for an interception. That would be too much to ask still. Is now 3rd and inches. They're going to go to over the middle to Robertson. And it's very tight defense that time, but however, that does also mean that it's, first down for them. As there's Smith blowing the top off the defense, burning Kevin Carter, just not having a good day today so far. It's a touchdown for the Eagles, and now it's 14-7. Midway through the second quarter, as St. Thomas will now take over. Johnson looking, gonna throw over the middle. He finds Alex Garcia for a gain of 13 on that one. First down for the Tommies, as they're going with a more run-heavy approach so far. As with mixed results, I will say only 7 points kind of sucks, but it is what it is though. Is now 1st and 10. Johnson looking, gonna go over the middle to find Isaiah Thomas for another first down on that one. Just only the second catch of the day. Thomas unusually quiet, as now Johnson's gonna take it up the middle once again, picking up another first down already with close to 100 yards on the ground. You love to see it. As for some reason they do put Kajaye Boyd at quarterback. It's really odd that they do that on certain read options sometimes, but for now it works for us okay. And now Antoine Johnson's back in the game. Johnson is going to try to scramble it into the end zone. He's going to be well short. That hole closed up pretty quickly. My man did see the end zone though, as now we'll try to punch it in. Coley gonna pick the halfback screen, gonna shove it in there. Touchdown Tommies, as Lucas Coley gets his second score of the day, and this thing is all tied up at 14 as we do go into the locker room. Second half will be coming shortly. We should get the ball to start the second half. So as we promised, we do get this ball to start the second half, and Jared Odom's gonna receive this kick. He's a dangerous guy too. You can't leave him with too much space, as Odom is down the sideline. Can he make something shake? No, he cannot, but it's a great return regardless. So already across midfield. Let's see if we can make something happen here. 1st and 10. Coley going to take the ball up the middle, going to pick up a first down himself, and right away, only one first down away from at least being somewhat comfortably in the field goal range. As now 1st and 10. Johnson gonna go over the middle, find Lucas Coley. He's gonna nearly pick up a first down himself. A gain of 9 on that one. Let's keep this positive energy going here. Hand it off to Coley again, who does pick up the first. Another 10-yard gain. You definitely love to see it. Nearly 100 yards so far in the day. As now 1st and 10. Gonna go over the middle. Isaiah Thomas this time makes the catch for a gain of 7 yards on that one. 2nd and 3 coming up. You definitely love to see that. As now it's going to be a toss to the right hand side, and it's blown up immediately. Eagles just did too much to contain that run. You hate to see it. As surprisingly they're going with a halfback draw. A little bit out of the box for Walt Bell, but hopefully it works out for us. And the bold strategy does not work. We are short, and we do settle for a field goal. We still get the lead though, 17-14 Tommies. As now the Eagles are set to take over. Let's see what they do here as Watson goes snap the ball in shotgun, go over the middle to Jones, as he's met by 3 Tommies. That prevents the first down, but the completion still did happen, and the Eagles are still soaring forward. As now 2nd and 1. Watson gonna be brought down by Tyler Graham early on, but is still able to stretch across the first down marker. Gives them a new set of downs to work with. As now 1st and 10. Johnson over the middle for a gain of 9 once again. A near first down, as the Eagles have moved the ball pretty well in this second half as well, at least on their first drive, as Curtis Tanner picks up another first down in his own right as well. So here we go, 2 plays later. 2nd and 10. Watson looking, he gets hit from the blind side, but it doesn't matter, as Curtis Tanner was there in the flat, or not in the flat, just a little dump off, no problem with that there. As now it's a 3rd and inches for the Tommies to deal with, and it's a play action pass. Watson has all day to throw, but barely gets to the first down marker anyways. Chris Wayne almost running backwards, nearly costing the first down, but keeps the drive alive regardless. As Watson looking, gonna go to the right hand side, another long throw, to Chris Lane, who originally was in the flat, but because we can't get any pressure or we can't spell it if we don't get a sack, is now first and goal, as it's nearly a touchdown on the next play, but it's dropped for an incompletion. Tyler Graham does get the coverage though. Is now second and goal. Williams trying to take it into the end zone, and he's going to be just short. Tim Williams nearly taking the lead for the Eagles. As now it's a third and goal coming up here. Can we make the stand? As 85 of the Eagles does go into motion. As now they actually going to pass it, but it's going to be a run for Kyle Watson. Just walking it right in there. Touchdown, Eagles. And Eastern Michigan now takes a 21-17 lead here late in the third quarter. Kajaye Boyd is set to receive this kick. Let's see if he can do this. Can he return it back? Boyd is probably the most electric player in all of college football, and you can see why. Kajaye Boyd taking it down the field for another 98-yard touchdown. What a kick return for Kajaye Boyd. And it gives the lead right back to St. Thomas, who now enjoys a 24-21 lead. And now we see how the Eagles will respond. We're going to hand it off to Chris Tanner, who picks up some good yardage, a 9-yard gain on that one. As we're in the closing moments of this third quarter. Second and 1 coming up on the coverage. They go over to Brandon Johnson, who goes out of bounds, but only for a few yards. You know, it is what it is, though. And now, first and 10. Watson looking around. He's going to throw it to Jones, who takes a shot from Tyler Graham. Doesn't matter, though. It's still completed. Is now second and 3. Watson dropping back. Going to get it over the middle again. Another dump off, essentially. This time to Daryl Jones. Having a solid game. 7 catches for 87. But we're going to bring him backwards as Buster Porter does bring him down in the backfield. One thing Kyle Watson has not really gotten going is that run gain. Averaging -2 yards per rush. You love to see it, as Tanner going to try to scramble here. 3rd and 17. And they actually got a first down on the halfback draw. That is extremely embarrassing. As we do move into the final quarter of play, your Tommies are up 24-21. And, you know, if we hold on here, we should get our first top 25 ranking. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, as there's a 3rd and 23 coming up here to start this fourth quarter. As they try to dump it off. Does break the first tackle, but plenty of time is there to clean it up. 4th and 24 ends in a, Eastern Michigan punt. And now the Tommies are set to take over, as Johnson looking, trying to get it to Thomas. He's able to make the catch. A tight coverage, but doesn't matter for the junior wide receiver. It's a fresh set of downs for the Tommies, as we'll now go to Antoine Johnson again, who takes, quite a hit, but does bounce right back up. He watches hockey highlights. He's a tough kid for sure. And now, 2nd and 1. This time we got plenty of space and another bazooka hit. What a shot this kid is taking, but it doesn't matter. He just keeps bouncing right back up. No fear in his heart whatsoever, as Antoine Johnson picks up another 10 yards on the ground. Going all running game, in this game so far. Not very many passing attempts for the Tommies. I don't think we even have 10 pass attempts yet, but I could certainly be wrong, though. As speaking of which, here comes a pass, 1st and 10. Johnson going to find Isaiah Thomas. Going to get us in a goal line situation. Nice play by Isaiah Thomas, picking up a gain of 16 on that one. And now 1st and goal. See if Kajaye Boyd can get us in there. He gets hit like a bulldozer. Still gets us a lot closer, though, as now we face 3rd and goal. Johnson's going to scramble to his right. Going to try to throw it to the end zone, but nobody was home, though. Incomplete. And we're going to go ahead and go for it here. Field goal doesn't really help us at this point. At worst case, we get him on the goal line, but it won't matter, as Lucas Coley finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. Another end zone score for the former EMU player. And now it's a 10-point game. less than 2 minutes to go. We just gotta do what we gotta do to take care of business, as it's one last gasp for the Eagles. 4th and 7. Let's see if they do here. They decide to throw it short, and it's a terrible idea, as the Tommies were ready to come up, make the tackle. And now at this point, it's simply just a formality. Gonna go ahead, run this clock out, as Lucas Coley will take another carry, or he'll just go ahead, take it into the end zone for another touchdown. Lucas Coley finding the end zone once again. Touchdown, Tommies. And Lucas Coley putting an absolute dagger in the Eagles. And that is how this game is going to end. Your Tommies coming away with a 38-21 victory over EMU. Depending on how the rest of the nation shakes up, we should find ourselves in the top 25 polls following this performance. Alright, man, so checking out the scoring summary for today's game, and it's like that football meme in the first half. They had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie, and it's honestly seemed like that, because even though we were tied, it seems like they were winning by more, I guess I'm trying to say. But then that second half, we started to take over, and then we managed to shut them out when we needed to, winning the fourth quarter 14-0. You love to see it. Checking out the stats for our guys though, and starting with Antoine Johnson, man, he didn't have to do much with the passing today. Only had to throw 12 attempts today, but he did have 111 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions. You love to see that. Running game was where all the bread and butter happened, man. Lucas Coley put in that work today, man. 21 carries, 169 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the ground as well. You love to see it. And then the receivers, even though we didn't throw the ball much, Isaiah Thomas was still able to get her done today. 5 catches for 56 yards. Although that's not who caught a touchdown, that was Lucas Coley who caught it off of a halfback screen. For our defense really turned it up a notch as the game went on. Tyler Graham, man, was out of his world, man. 13 tackles. Didn't do anything else, but he was all over this field. Led the team by a long shot. Also taking a look at sacks, Buster Porter was able to get in there multiple times. He got 2 sacks today. And then Antoine Black, he is an emerging star, man. I am so excited for the future of this kid. He got a sack today as well. And then I believe we did force a fumble. It was stripped, but I don't see any forced fumbles anywhere, so I don't know what happened with that. But Jared Odom, he did recover the fumble for us, and that was our only turnover for today's game. So after the game, I went into the top 25 polls to see if my eyes were deceiving me, to see if we actually got a spot. Peep UNLV in the top 10, good for them. And just looking down the list, not a lot of movement this week besides Clemson losing to Florida State, which there is no shame in that. And there we are. For the first time in this dynasty, we are ranked in the number 25, entering the polls for the first time in our FBS history as number 20 in the country. You definitely love to see it. It took a little while to get to this point, but I'm so glad that we finally made it though. As for the conference standings, this is what it's looking like after our win against Eastern Michigan. We have 3 more conference games remaining against Western Michigan, Toledo, and UMass. Western Michigan and Toledo are both 1 game behind us, so it's pretty simple from here on out. We win our next 2 games, and we will be playing in the conference championship game, no questions asked. Meanwhile, on the east side, it looks like things are essentially locked up for the Miami of Ohio. They're 7-2 on this season. They're looking to wrap things up too this week. They already have a 2-game lead, so I'm assuming we'll probably play them in the conference championship game should we get an opportunity to put ourselves in that kind of position. But that's all I have for today though. Next episode, I will go on the road to play against the Western Michigan Broncos, who are C+, C+, C+ across the board. Meanwhile, we got those C- across the board, no questions asked. Should be a good one. So if you enjoy the content here on this channel, I encourage you to smash that like button, as well as subscribe if you had to be new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.